I live in Huntington Beach. I live right off of Talbert Wetlands, and everyone's obviously aware of what just happened. I just would love to have your reactions of what you saw with this, what we can do about this, why wetlands are so important.
Well, both Ashland and I went down and we're investigating the oil spill a few weeks ago. It's a tragedy. It's a foreseeable tragedy. There's an old saying, it's not if you're going to have an oil spill, it's when. I spent a lot of time covering the BP oil spill, and indeed what we found was, if you look back at the regulatory filings by BP and these oil companies, they're like, this kind of spill will never happen. These
or
wellheads will never.
Yeah,
this is a worst case scenario. This won't happen. These are foolproof. These wellhead, the blowout preventers. Then we have the worst environmental disaster in American history.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that with oil spills, it's going to happen. And unfortunately, a lot of the rigs off California aren't even economically productive. But it's cheaper to keep them running at a loss than to shut them down for a few years to decommission them, which is crazy. So particularly with the wetlands, what's so scary about that, and we saw this with Louisiana and the BP oil spill, is once that oil gets into that soil and kills the plants and particularly the roots of the grasses that hold that soil together, then you have erosion, and then that wetland goes away, never to come back. It doesn't grow more, right? So it's very, very invasive, very dangerous and detrimental to the health of wetlands, which of course are nurseries for fish, birds, all sorts of wildlife.
And most of the coast of Southern California, the entire state, was one continuous wetland.
I mean,
all the way down.
God, you look at the entire Port of Long Beach was a massive wetland, and 100 years ago, everybody thought, "Ooh, it's smelly, it's gross, let's just get rid of it." Massive wetlands in Los Angeles, all along the coast. Millions of migrating birds, was habitat for fish, so the fisheries along here were much richer. And we just bulldozed it and built whatever we wanted to build. So already we've destroyed the wetlands along the coast. So whatever little bit we have left, we need to protect. And oil spills are a very insidious danger to wetlands.